Welcome back to the Intuitive Wonderland. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Williams.
I'm your host, Melody Anderson.
And we're here again today for another episode.
This was a good one. I'm really excited to talk about this.
Yep, we just got done doing the gateway. Went in and helped release some struggling souls and some pain and grief, sorrow from those who are living. So it was some heavy stuff.
It was heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a hit this morning. I was driving to come here to do the podcast, and I just felt the intense emotions of people that have left the body and they're stuck. Sometimes souls get stuck when they've had a traumatic exit. So it's just.
And then we had some that were still in the body that were stuck. It was both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
So anyway, that will be on Patreon when we launch that. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Oh, before we forget the drawing.
Yeah. We've got a name.
We have our name, and we will be reaching out to that individual for their surrogate gateway. So that's a done deal. It's done.
It's done. We finally did it.
We're good on our word.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about time.
If it was you, you will get a message from us. And if it wasn't you, you will not.
That's right. Too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So what we want to talk about today is more about what hit Mel today. She and I kind of see things a little bit differently when it comes to this stuff, and we're just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And just work through our different views and bring it all to the table for all of you.
Yeah. So I feel a calling to help the souls that are trapped. If I were trapped, I would hope someone would want to help me. So that it's like something that I'm supposed to be doing, but finding someone to work with me to do it. And sometimes I'll do this stuff on my own, but because I don't have the visuals like other people do, I don't know if I feel like I'm getting the work done, but I can't really know 100%. So having someone with the visuals is really helpful for me.
And validating.
Yeah.
So we did this early on.
Yes,
it was
we
like
did.
the second gateway we ever did, wasn't it?
Yep.
Where you came over and we hardly knew each other, and we went in there and Jesus showed up and did again today.
Yes, he did again today.
And afterwards, it kind of took a toll on me. Like I was really tired the next day. I was drained, and I had like kind of a bad feeling of like, this was low energy stuff. And it is. It's down there.
Yeah.
And I usually live in the higher range, so it's uncomfortable for me to enter into those lower vibrations.
Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that, but since I don't have the visuals that you have, I'm not glomming on to those lower vibrating feelings because I'm not seeing it. So I can just go in there with my heart of love and, hope to make the difference that I feel I'm supposed to be making.
Yeah. So then we talked about it. We had a conversation afterwards, and I said, I really feel like for the podcast, we need to be focused more on positive things.
Right.
And promoting that stuff. And so we kind of dropped it.
Right.
And it didn't come back until today.
It didn't come back till today. That's right. And to me, I think what we did was so positive. I feel uplifted. I feel like, it's kind of like we talked about, walking into a room where the energies are heavy and just projecting love out of your heart center and watching those energies just kind of being diffused and seeing the energy in the room change.
Yeah. That's
what it feels like to me. So.
Yeah. So, okay, I made some notes.
I love this.
On my thoughts. You had sent me your message, and then I'm, in the shower thinking about things. And I started thinking, why do I feel uncomfortable about this? And I think it's because I have a lot of influence from Abraham Hicks.
Right.
Like, there was like over a year where I listened to Abraham every day. I would think whatever topic I was curious about, I would just go on YouTube and put that topic and Abraham and listen to Abraham's perspective on that topic.
Right.
So it's really infused in me, the law of attraction.
Right.
So for me, it's all about, what am I promoting with my energy?
Right.
And what am I attracting? What is everybody else attracting?
Right.
And it came to me like, what if one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there is the media? What if the powers that run the world do have spiritual knowledge like we do?
Oh, they do.
Understand that the law of attraction and the way it works, and are just using it against us.
Right.
By putting that information in the media and helping us to stay vibrating low.
Right.
And we are also media.
Of course we are.
This is what we're doing.
Yep.
We're a form of media. So if that's the case, I don't want to be one of those.
Right.
That's lowering us down.
Right.
It's important for me to rise up above that and lift everybody else up.
Absolutely.
And so that's where my standpoint is, and why I feel uncomfortable going into the darker places.
Right.
Because I want to promote more of what I want in the world.
Right.
So like when you mentioned the girl that was kidnapped and murdered, I had no idea.
Oh.
I had no idea. Didn't know what happened.
I'm a hairdresser, so I'm hearing it from behind the chair.
I don't get a lot of information in my family. Even people will be like, well, you heard about, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I don't watch the news and stuff, so I'm with you.
I don't get much of that stimulation at all, because I have my head in the sand, you know?
Right.
I don't
or in the clouds, in the stars, in the, where it's light.
And Abraham talks about that. They say, you know, well, you need to be up on your current events. And Abraham's like, no, stick your head in the sand, because what you look at grows. And
yes, what you put your energy to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're amplifying.
And so I try to avoid those things so that I'm not contributing to reinforcing that kind of thing in the world.
Yeah. I do get that 100%.
Yeah. Let me see. So these powers, right? The media, the government, they could highlight all the good things happening.
Right. But they never do.
So nice though on the news when you get like a good story.
Of course, but I don't know because I don't watch the news. So.
I don't either. But I have before. And then you see even like the newscasters, they're like, isn't it nice to like, isn't that a nice story?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yay, I get to report on something that feels a little bit better.
Right.
And that's where the emotional guidance scale comes in. I wanted to bring it again.
Yeah.
Because last week we talked about how it works with beliefs.
Right.
And how you know if a belief is serving you based on how you feel when thinking about that belief. This is the same thing.
Right.
If you come in contact with a story or a current event or know something that's happened, how does it make you feel? If it's anything below content, then you're creating that energy that promotes more of that.
Right. Okay.
Yep. As far as law of attraction is concerned. So, I mean, hearing about kids getting taken and murdered and sexually abused, like that lowers me down so far.
Of course it does.
And I don't want to be a part of that.
Right.
So, sorry, I feel like I'm doing all the talking now. But that's
I'm just chewing.
My perspective.
I'm just chewing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we do live in a world that has negative things. And we're not going to be able to avoid them. They happen. Right. And I just want to be the light for those things and help rather than assuming that I can't do anything. I'd rather do something.
Yeah.
And know that, like, after we got done with today's gateway, I'm like, this that I've been needing to do, I feel like I can inhale now because I know that all of those souls are lifted. And like the one that you said that had so much gratitude. So
I think you're a spiritual servant.
Absolutely, I am.
You want to serve and you want to contribute and you want to feel like you're doing something.
Right.
Actually, there's another note here from Abraham. Abraham talks about how if you love someone, a particular person or a collective, and you want to do what you can for them, you use your imagination to see them doing well.
Absolutely.
To picture them doing well, being happy. That vibration is emitted from you into the world, and then law of attraction will bring more of it. So an example I wrote down is, have you ever like known somebody that you think is wonderful? You think they're lovely. And then you hear from these other people that they're terrible.
Yes. And it's like shocking. And
you're like, what? That hasn't been my experience.
Right.
But that's because you expect this loveliness out of the person.
Right.
And you therefore attract it from them.
Yes.
You're getting that version of them.
Right.
Whereas they see the negatives in them, so they get more negatives from them.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yep, it sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said to you when I was, because I remember what we had talked about before, but when I got hit with that this morning, it was like, maybe this is something we should explore. But at the same time, if it's not something that you could continually do, it's not something you should do. If it doesn't feed your soul the way it feeds mine, it doesn't make sense to put you through that.
Well, I think that you like to take action.
I am an action taker.
You are an action person. I mean, when we had the conversation about the cows, you started looking into dairies that you could support. That's action. I'm going to go look for somebody and I'm going to support them because they're doing what I believe in to be more ethical.
Right.
Taking action.
Right. Absolutely. And that way I can fuel into that. Like, yes, I feel so good about this that I'm doing, and not I'm doing, that they're doing. I can support that and just project into that, and hopefully that grows. Yeah. So, yeah.
So going in there into Gateway, that feels like an action you can take in order to help contribute in that way.
Absolutely.
And that's the way that you do it. I kind of think go more energetically. I just kind of sit with that and try to project positivity around it. I don't feel like I have to take as much action. Actually, that's a problem in my life, that I don't take a lot of action.
You are so precious.
You know, like different people have different strengths. And that's where you're strong and I'm weak.
Well, in our human design, I'm a manifester.
Yeah.
I get balls rolling. I don't necessarily carry it all through. But I can definitely, I mean, it's like on Facebook, I've noticed that there are periods of time where I'm like, oh, I want to write about this, I want to write about that, and then nothing. There'll be nothing for a long period of time, and then I'm ignited again. Yeah. So I guess that's the manifester.
Well, and this ignited you.
I was ignited.
You wanted to go in and do this. That was important to you.
Yes, absolutely.
And the way I would look at it is like, well, I'm not going to look at that.
Right.
Because I want to look over here at these things that help me to feel more uplifted.
Right. When these things make me feel uplifted.
Right.
It's so strange how what feeds one soul isn't necessarily going to feed the other.
Absolutely.
And so I love that we had this conversation, because it's like trying to force someone to do something that, here, eat broccoli. I love it. It's good for me. Eat it. And you're like, oh my gosh, this makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because it's not good to you.
Yeah.
So even though it's a vegetable that feeds the body, it doesn't necessarily feed the soul.
Yeah.
So
it makes me
these things are important.
It makes me feel good knowing that I can help you get that feeling, and that's what I'm going to focus on in doing this kind of work. Looking into the dark spots doesn't feed me the way it does you.
Right. Oh, that's so weird. I'm such a Scorpio.
But no, but because you have a different view than I do.
Yeah.
If you think something's bad for you, you should never do it.
Agreed.
If you think eating sugar is bad for you, you should never eat it.
Right.
Because when you do, it will be bad for you.
Right.
So I have to kind of get into a different mindset when I do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if I can focus on what it's doing for you, it allows me to not feel bad about it.
Right.
To not focus on that part, you know?
Yeah, but I want to revisit this in the next few days. How are you going to feel about this in the next few days? If it's bogged you down and made you feel like this isn't something that I want to do, then I do have other friends that might be willing to do it. You know what I mean? Well, we don't have to.
And we can, I mean, I'm open about how I feel and what I experienced.
I'm so grateful for that.
But I do already feel different than the first time we did it. And I think that's because I know you better.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of
You know,
sense.
there's less fear associated with, because I have a heart connection with you now. And like I said, now I can focus on my love for you and what this provides you. And
that's so sweet of you. I appreciate that.
Me, to align with that.
Thank you. I'm trying not to cry right now. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for you that you're willing to push some of that down to help this. It's been very difficult, something that I feel so strongly about, because it's my purpose. It's it's probably like a mother who's never been able to give birth to children. You hunger for something, but you can't provide it unless you have people that are willing to help you with it. And I've had a few in the past, and sometimes something negative pops up and then they won't continue. And I get that. I 100% get that. It's kind of like what you just shared with me. It feels lower vibrating, so it's hard for you.
If something bad or negative came up while I was doing this with you, I think that I wouldn't perceive it in a way where it was like, ooh, that's scary stuff, I can't do that anymore.
Thank you.
I would probably look at it like, oh, that's interesting. Because in Gateway, you're channeling through the individual.
Yeah.
So what's coming through in my gateways is part of me.
Right.
So if that came out, I would have to look at that and go, oh, that's a part of me.
Right.
And to be able to be open to exploring why that came.
Right.
Whereas if you did this very same gateway with somebody else, their experience would be completely different.
Right. That is so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't step outside of your life experience.
No.
It shapes you.
Exactly. I always just think that when you're in a situation that looks frightening, just projecting love to it in all things, in real life, in Gateway, in every situation, just project love to it.
Yeah.
And generally it will transform what we're seeing.
Yeah. I have that in my relationship sometimes with people that are kind of on the lower end of things, and I look away from them. Like, sometimes that's the most loving thing I can do.
Especially for yourself.
Yeah. But in order for me to keep higher vibration for the whole world, I have to look away.
Right.
And it's not that I don't care.
Right.
I care.
Yeah, of course.
I care too much.
Right. Well, and yeah, I've talked with people about because one of my friends, he works a radio station. And when I share some stuff with him, he says, well, I'm a researcher. Like, I look into stuff, and it's important to me to get factual information. And I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, that's what it is. And I just said, I can't look into some of that stuff. I will just be like awake, fretting for the lives of people and not be able to sleep. Some of that stuff I can't do.
Yeah. Well, you're susceptible to other people's, I was going to say torture, but that's not the word. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, we're empaths. So we're suffering.
And we talked about that with the data centers thing.
Right.
Do you mind me bringing
No, I'm pleased.
Okay. Yeah. So that woman expressed to you that, please do this, this, and this, otherwise you're contributing to this. And you felt that. You were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I better look into this.
I don't want to contribute to her suffering.
Right.
Or anybody else's.
Right.
And so if somebody comes to you and they're like, this is bad, and you're being a part of it, that makes you go, oh no.
Right. Well, and the way she said it, she was very kind. She said, please. And she gave me a small snippet of why using AI is part of the problem, especially if I'm concerned about cattle and farms and all that stuff. And so I just asked her to explain, and then I went and did more research. And then I went back to her and thanked her for the information and told her I got rid of ChatGPT, and she was so overwhelmingly happy about that. That is how I'm feeling right now. Who knows? My opinion may change.
Right.
And my feelings may change.
Right.
But maybe new information will come out, and I'll be like,
well, it's like any topic. There's the downside and there's the upside.
That's right. And so I feel better not contributing to that at this point.
Yeah. And how you feel is everything.
That's everything.
Yeah.
And
it's just like that. If you feel like it's doing something bad and you continue to do it,
right,
then you're contributing in the wrong way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whereas I feel like chat enhances my life so much.
Right.
and helps in so many ways
Yes.
that I'm focused on that end.
Yes.
And I'm not going to look at the data center. So
yes, and I loved AI too. I loved it too. Just okay. Well, give me a recipe for blah blah blah, and then you have the recipe. Right. I saw someone on Facebook asking, "Does anybody know the recipe for this dressing from this restaurant?" And I was like, "Wonder if chat does." Oh yeah, and I sent it to her in a private message.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love having information at my fingertips.
It is nice. Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't have noticed. There's been a change in the way that chat sounds and talks now.
Oh.
So Austin and I were talking with chat the other day about something. I don't remember what it was. Something for him. And as we were talking, she was going, responding like conversation.
Oh, wow.
Which was weird, but there's definitely been a shift. So something's changing.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. It's always changing.
Yeah, I did notice subtle changes as time would go on. What I did love about chat is when I'd have conversations with chat, I would say, please don't use the word honestly. Because anytime you're talking with someone, they say honestly, you're like, are you telling the truth? Right? Yeah. If you have to like reconfirm that it's honest. And also there are some other things I asked for more humor. And I remember when I was talking with Chad about some of the hormone therapies, and some of these drug companies will tell you that if you don't take this, your bones will turn to dust by Thursday. I mean, the things like I would just laugh out loud. Say it. Yes, exactly. Yeah. It just cracked me up. So, do I miss using AI? Yes, I very much miss it. I love to have it create pictures for me. I love to have it rewrite my stories.
Yeah, it's really helped me a lot with business-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see why people are attracted to using it.
Yeah. Well, see, we just added a whole lot of positive energy to it. So
there you go.
That's helping counterbalance.
There you go. We're going to send a lot of positive energy to it because that's where the shift will happen. Yeah. And maybe the data centers will figure out a whole different way of using, you know what I mean? Like,
well, and see, we could go to that end and we could talk about the negatives on that side, but I don't want to.
There you go.
I just want to talk about the positive side so that we can help that to grow.
There you go.
Because as that gets bigger, the other side shrinks.
Let's hope so. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. To figure that out.
I mean, law of attraction is a law.
It's a law. Yep.
So it's 100%. That's the way it is.
That's right.
Yeah. If you believe it. Because your belief is really what you experience. So.
That's so true.
Yeah. All right. Did we touch on
everything? There's my nephew. He said, sup. What up, Chase? What up? He's over there going, what up, jackass? That's what he calls me.
He does? Didn't you say terms of endearment for you?
Absolutely. What was it? I've always called them buttholes. So my son, when he was a youngster, and when he'd have friends over, I'd be like, what up, buttholes? And one of his friends one time said, I thought you were calling us buttholes this whole time. I said, no, you're buttholes.
What's a butthole?
I don't know. And so anyhow, clarifying. And so then when my nephews, we all share a house, and we just have so much fun and getting to be free and have this great relationship with these kids. And they just say whatever they want and they make me laugh all the time.
I bet. We're
always laughing. So, and they're buttholes and I'm a jackass.
That's funny.
Love ya. So I guess we hit the tippy top of this topic. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that was it. That was all that I had.
If there's anything else in there that you want to do.
No, I think that was it.
Okay.
I mean, basically, if it feels good, do more of it.
I agree with that.
If it feels bad, do less of that.
That's right.
So, that's the bottom line.
Okay. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.